I mentioned last week that the great news about meditation is that we never become expert at it. That means that we actually are constantly challenged. I know that most times when I sit down to meditate, I'm challenged. I'm challenged by the noise in my own head. I'm challenged by the distractions and cares of the world. But that's all right, because what I've done is I have sat down to meditate. And in those 20 or 30 minutes, even though the majority of those 20 or 30 minutes might be distracted or minutes that are spent in upheaval, I know that for some of those minutes I hit this clarity of mind, this purity, this understanding that I carry with me during the day to ensure that I keep myself on my toes enough so that during the course of the day I can stop and ask myself, is what I'm doing at the moment the right thing? Am I doing it to the best of my ability? Or am I doing it as best I can, good enough right now? I can stop myself and ask myself, is what I'm doing in line with my goals? Or some of the things I have to do are not related to my goals at all. Chores, things that we all have to do, like cleaning the toilet. I can ask myself, is what I'm doing going to add to my happiness and peace of mind? Now, if I know there is a dirty toilet, and I'm sorry for bringing up a dirty toilet, but if I know there's a dirty toilet, then actually cleaning it is one of those things that will actually give me that little bit more peace of mind. I'm not talking about being obsessive about having a clean toilet or a clean bathroom or a clean whatever. But the point I'm making is that we have to keep evaluating whether what I'm doing is something that leads me on, that leads me towards peace of mind and carefree, effortless living. All too often, we waste our time doing things that if we stopped for even a moment we'd realise we shouldn't be doing. We already know in our heart and soul that we shouldn't be reading half the crap that we find in the newspapers, half the crap that we get by email. We know that we shouldn't be bitching about other people because it isn't good for the soul. We know all these things, but we do all these things, and then we wonder why we don't have the time to do the things that we should be putting our heart and soul into. But if I've started my day with a few minutes meditation, if I've stopped myself a couple of times during the day to say, oh, hold on a minute, how am I feeling now? Is my head in the right place? That's the entrance into self-awareness. If I've done that, then I can pull myself back. And that is good enough. It's good enough for me. Because as I said last week, I know I'll never be an expert in meditation because there is no such thing. But I also know, as I said 2 weeks ago, that meditation makes my mind fit for purpose. And that is worth leaping out of bed for every morning of the week.